All right, SMART goals. So I'm going to click over onto my little worksheet so that I don't miss anything in regards to creating a SMART goal. So what SMART means is it's a breakdown of your goal being specific, being measurable, being attainable, being realistic, and within a uh, parameter of time. So um, developing a sound goal is critical in your process, although I believe that you should be a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to setting your goals. And you really must make them realistic, though, in order to prevent feeling any kind of struggle or disappointment as you're going through this process. So, if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, and for you to set the goal that you're going to lose 50 pounds in the next 8 weeks, I personally feel that that is an unattainable goal for you to lose that much weight in that time period. So, therefore, if you hit the end of the 8 weeks and you lose 12 pounds versus 50 pounds, you have really set yourself up for some disappointment. And then you're going to be really frustrated and say, well, this doesn't work. And so, I want you to sit down and look at what your goal is for the amount of weight that you want to lose, but make sure that it is reasonable in the time frame that you're setting out for yourself. So throughout the next 8 weeks, you're going to be learning everything that you need to learn, but that doesn't mean that this is your only window of opportunity for you to go through this weight loss. So the main goal in the next 8 weeks is for me to deliver all the tools that you're going to need, coach you through the next 8 weeks so that you can carry on in your journey if you need to carry on and get yourself to the place that you need to be. So I've mentioned in previous videos that we want to look at this next 8 weeks as being your window of time that you're going to set out for yourself. The more disciplined that you can be in this next 8 weeks, the better your success is going to be. Then we're going to help build that maintenance back up. And then you can do another window of time, whether it be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever that time period is for you. And then we're going to bring you back up again. So when you're setting your goal, set a long-term goal, because I'm pretty sure that at some point in your life, you've weighed the amount of weight that you want to weigh. And so this number pops into your head, and that's what you're setting up for yourself. So that's great. Set that goal, but let's look at a realistic time period for you to lose weight. So, depending on the calorie cut that we're going to do for you, keep in mind that you should be somewhere around 1 to 2 pounds a week is a really nice, healthy way to lose weight, and a lot more manageable when it comes to keeping it off. So if you have 20 pounds to lose and you're going to lose that 20 pounds at 1 pound a week, it's going to take 20 weeks. If you're doing 2 pounds a week, then it's going to take 10 weeks. So make sure that you're setting a realistic amount of time for the amount of weight that you want to lose, and so that you're setting yourself up for success, not setting yourself up for disappointment. But also push yourself a little bit. If your goal in the next 8 weeks is to lose 2 pounds, you're not really pushing yourself very much. So I want you to think about, something that's going to make you somewhat uncomfortable, that you're going to have to push yourself a little bit, but something that's reasonable so that you know you can be successful. Because really true indicators of progress is these little steps of success all the way along the way that you can celebrate and then continue to work ahead. Every time you can celebrate a success, it gives you the inspiration and the motivation to keep going. So when you're thinking about your SMART goals, be specific. And you could think about this not necessarily in just the amount of weight that you want to lose, but what kind of changes are you going to make into your everyday? Are you going to start eating breakfast every morning? Are you going to start doing your prepping and planning every day so that you know what your menu plan is going to be for the week? Are you going to start making your grocery list and having all your healthy ingredients in the house? What kind of changes are you going to make? How are you going to go about drinking the water that you're going to need to drink? Are you going to put a jug of water on the counter with the goal to finish it each day? Are you going to put nickels in a bowl, and when all the nickels have moved from one bowl to the next, you know that you've drank your 8 glasses of water or whatever that number is for you. So what kind of changes are you willing to make, and write them down on your goals list. Think about things, how you're going to measure them, and how can you track your progress. So when it comes to measuring and tracking your progress, I know that it is always in our brain to hop on the scale. And if the scale is moving, then therefore we are losing, and therefore we are successful. I want to also remind you that the scale is only one data gathering point in your weight loss journey. So when it comes to seeing whether you're having success or not, there's a couple of other factors that are super important that I want you to do. And I want you to do this for you. And it's really, really important for you to take before pictures. And whether you want to take them in a mirror so nobody else sees them, take them in a tight fitting tank top and a pair of yoga pants, or in a bathing suit, or a sports bra and a pair of workout shorts, or whatever, so that you can actually see your body shape. Don't take a picture in a baggy sweater so that you can't really see the obvious changes that are going to start to happen. And the other thing I want you to do is pull out a tape measure, and I want you to measure around your arm, and try, and if you can pinpoint the same place every time. I want you to measure your bust measurement. I want you to measure right at your belly button. I want you to measure your hips, and I want you to measure your thigh. And the easiest place, I have like freaky monkey arms, so this doesn't work for me. But if you were to hang your arms straight down, measure at your fingertips. So I have really long arms, so my fingers go between my mid thigh and my knee. And so that isn't a very good place to measure. But for most people, if you're standing with your arm directly down, if you can measure right where your fingertips are, then you know that you're always measuring in the same spot. So this weekend, I want you to do progress pictures. I want you to weigh yourself first thing in the morning, and before you've had anything to eat, and after you've had a pee, and weigh yourself, and progress pictures and your measurements. And then we're going to do a check-in at the halfway mark. So the last time I ran Feel Good, Look Good, I did a weigh-in day every Thursday. I'm not going to do that this time. If you can weigh yourself this weekend, whether you have already done it, or if you're doing it tomorrow morning, if you can put your scale away for 4 weeks and stay off of it until we hit the end of week 4, and then we'll do another progress pictures, another measurement, and another weigh-in. I think that will be a really great way to see some significant change, rather than doing a week to week. And sometimes our body fluctuates on the scale. So you might have eaten something the night before that's a little bit salty, and you're retaining a little bit of water, and you're going to be up a little bit on the scale, and then you feel discouraged. So if you can try and stay off the scale for 4 weeks, that would be super ideal. If you can't, I understand. But if you can do your very best, I think that would be a really great celebration of when you actually step on the scale to see a significant weight change. So that's measuring. Making sure that your goals are attainable. So what steps must you take in order to achieve your goals? So to sit down and think again about those changes that you're going to make, the steps that you're going to take, the commitment that you're going to make to your fitness and health journey from an attainable standpoint, making sure that they're realistic, which means that you believe with all your heart that you can obtain that goal. I want you to really dig deep into this why power, and into your readiness, and into this whole idea of setting this goal and making it something that you believe, I absolutely, without a shadow of doubt, can do this. And if you need some help with this, I am certainly available to help you. You can post in the Facebook group and ask for some help. You can ask on our Q&A. Some of the ladies that are going to be on the Q&A have already been through this process once, maybe twice, and some even 3 times. They are a great resource for you. So if you're uncertain as to what you believe you could achieve, make sure that you ask and check in so that we can help you through that process. And the very last thing is having that time limit. When do I want to reach my goal? So if you're looking at the next 8 weeks through this program, you could set maybe a goal of what you anticipate achieving in the next 8 weeks. But if you have like a long-term goal of that a certain amount that you want to get to or a certain weight that you want to get to, make sure that you're using that 1 to 2 pounds a week as your guideline, and setting that timeline for yourself so that you can set yourself up for success. So that is our video on SMART goals. So I challenge you all to spend some time again working on these goals. You've got until next week on Friday to go through all of these worksheets. So don't blow through this quickly. I want you to take some time and really set those realistic goals for you and the things that you want to achieve. So I'll see you in the next video.